The ruble slides to a new record low against the dollar, and Turkey's annual inflation rate hits a two-decade high. You're watching the Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramia Faraj. The ruble slid to a new record low against the dollar today after Moody's and Fitch downgraded Russia's sovereign debt to junk status. At 2 p.m. Gulf Standard Time, the ruble was more than 9% weaker against the dollar at 116.8 on the Moscow exchange. It's the first time the ruble trades weaker than 110 to the dollar. Turkey's annual inflation rate hit a two-decade high in February. Analysts say the inflation is on the back of President Erdogan's unorthodox policies to cut interest rates and a weakening currency. Consumer prices increased by 4.8% in February and reached 54.4% according to official data. Goldman Sachs expects Turkey's inflation to rise further, exceeding 60% in April before peaking at 65% in May-June and ending the year at 45%. Business conditions have improved in Saudi Arabia for the first time since September. A purchasing managers index compiled by IHS Markit rose to 56.2 in February from 53.2 during January. The gain was led by a surge in new business growth, better sentiment, and customer demand. There was a rebound in sales attributed to more customer demand and lower COVID cases. Etihad Cargo achieved record revenue growth of 49% in 2021 as it continued to outperform expectations with a 27% year-on-year rise in freight carried. It contributed 55% towards Etihad Aviation Group's revenue. Etihad Cargo delivered a record of over 729,000 tons, its highest since 2017. In Q1, Etihad Cargo temporarily modified 5 Boeing 777 aircraft to support cabin-loaded cargo. It operated more than 800 flights in the new configuration in 2021. Amazon.com and India's second-largest retailer Future Group have agreed to talks. They need to resolve legal wrangles at the heart of a battle for supremacy in the country's vast retail sector. The unexpected olive branch extended by Amazon comes days after rival Reliance, the country's biggest conglomerate, began a de facto takeover of Future's assets, seizing control of some 500 stores. Lawyers say the two sides will negotiate their whirlpool of disputes that have been fought for too long. Tesla and its CEO Elon Musk are facing a trial next month over the 2018 CEO pay package worth around $2.6 billion. It comes after a court denied their request for a summary judgment. A company stockholder sued Tesla over the approval of what he claims was a massive, unfair, and unprecedented compensation package for Musk. He says the board's authorization of the package is a breach of its fiduciary duty. Former Nissan executive Greg Kelly was handed a 6-month suspended sentence today by a Tokyo court over allegations he helped Carlos Ghosn attempt to conceal income. The American was detained at the same time as Ghosn in November 2018, but the former Nissan chief jumped bail and fled to Lebanon. Prosecutors accused Kelly of helping Ghosn underreport $79 million of his income, but the court found him not guilty on many of the charges. Shares in Telecom Italia sank 11.4% at the start of trade today after it posted a $9.62 billion loss for 2021 stemming from an assets depreciation of $4.54 billion. Telecom Italia is facing an $11.97 billion takeover bid from U.S. private equity giant KKR. The proposal still awaiting the TIM board's response. TIM issued 3 profit warnings last year after lower than expected revenues from its partnership with sports streaming service DAZN to broadcast Italian soccer. And staying with soccer, British billionaire Jim Ratcliffe, linked with a possible purchase of Chelsea Football Club, isn't interested in buying the team from Russian owner Roman Abramovich. British media reports claimed Ratcliffe was considering a bid for Chelsea, but a spokesperson says there's no substance to the stories. Abramovich wants to sell Chelsea Football Club 19 years after buying the Premier League team, amid calls in Britain for sanctions against him following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. I'm Ramia Faraj. This is the Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.